Alrighty, we're going to go deep today. I hope you're ready. This is a universal letter, although there are personal aspects because I used to be mind controlled. This is an apology to men from women, healing neo-feminism. Dear men, I would like to apologize for being a mind-controlled follower of the religion of money and the state that turned me into a nagging bitch, emasculating, devaluing, and disrespecting you in everything that makes you a man. The worst part is that all of this has been done on a matter that isn't even based on anything real, but on the illusion created by the dark occult magicians and those demons who would derive pleasure from the pain that the attack on the human soul can yield and the separation between male and female. My weakness and stupidity brought violence, separation, and destruction between us for mere fictions contrived for this very purpose. I am sorry for judging you based on your capacity to acquire fake Federal Reserve notes, demonic credits in the hierarchy of hell, deeming your intrinsic value as a human being by them, and encouraging your slavery in the cult of corruption that is now headed towards global tyranny, as if your worth and my security were dependent on such profanity. How foolish of me to make you weak in a time when I need you to be strong in the spiritual war and coming revolution. I allowed something as cold, artificial, dark, and meaningless as the state to come in between us. It was them I served, not you or the true God that is truth. How shallow were my values that left me totally empty and heartless, and left you worn and scarred. Please forgive me. I am angry at myself for having done this to you, and I am angry at the larger agenda in which I was a pawn for, controlled like a soulless puppet, where all spiritual values became degenerate materialism to corral the human species on an animal farm headed for the slaughterhouse. Please know that through an act of will and commitment to truth, I have changed. And I have become aware of the real war that we are in, and it is not between you and I. I discovered how the Rockefeller Foundation, the Tavistock Institute, the Frankfurt School, the Fabian Society, and the Club of Rome, and other think tanks have all conspired to construct this poisonous ideology called neo-feminism, to infect the minds of women to be something they're not, as to instigate this ugly battle between us. An ideology I wasn't even conscious of, but fell prey to because of my illusory needs and ungrounded fears. It fed me with false power, turning me into a brutal asshole, taking away my true feminine qualities, while removing all of your power to become devoured by my own, as an extension of the monstrous entity of the state, a cold-hearted beast serving us up for the devil himself. Instead of valuing and nurturing your strength as a man, I value their image of masculinity, which is not only a false image, but an evil one, where your manhood is determined by the level of slavery, either as the employed wage slave or the dominator psychopath, or something in between master and slave, the dynamic in which the state is built upon, where money is the only worthy asset, slavery the only means, as master is only an illusion in the chain of oppression, where all energy is drained and your power is not yours, but has to be given to you by the compromise of your authenticity, dignity, and the selling of your soul. Now I know what true masculinity is, and it is not this constructed artificial state identity. It is your individual power, will, strength, courage, morality, knowledge, self-mastery, and awareness to stand up for us and our rights against this violent intrusion by the state that is raping this world of all that is good, to help usher in the new humanity where love, freedom, and goodness trump money, greed, and selfishness. Now with clarity, I say, fuck the state, when my old, stupid, confused self used to say, fuck you. I say, fuck the state for taking away the good, true, and beautiful, for turning me into a demonic cunt against the man I love, preying on my weakness. But trust me, I know my part, and I have repented to reclaim my soul. And every second of that painful, incredibly long, drawn-out transformation that felt like I was burning in hell when it was really just my ego and selfish false identity dying, I would do billions of times over again, just to taste true freedom, true love, and true intimacy for even a second. We don't need the state. We don't need their money. All we need is each other and for more people to wake up. I support you. I'm here for you. Today, my intelligence is deeply insulted by the propaganda, and I have no fear, and I cannot be manipulated, because I know where true security is found. It is not found in supporting a soulless state and their soulless god called money for their reptile deities and satanic overlords. Nor is it found in the wars I perpetuate between the men who love me, as my own inner evil could not be more diametrically opposed to security in all that I desire. Security is not found in the fear of illusory concept of the future, nor is it in the dependence to the psychopathic pseudo-masters. Materialism, evil, ignorance, and inauthenticity no longer make me feel safe. They make me feel dead. True security is found in love, is found in being awake and a good person, in aligning to natural law, living in the light of truth and morality, and being in the present moment. It is found in cultivating true feminine energy, to care, to honor, to nurture, to be a safe place for men, to replenish their strength, so that they may remain strong, focused, and driven in their enormous, great efforts to make this world a better place. Women really need to step up and claim their own minds and souls from this indoctrination that is acid upon their hearts. I can only dream to inspire the rest of the mind-controlled female population to break free from their chains and to start to see that what so many men are doing for us in the great work towards our freedom, to support them rather than fight them, and to mold them into the enemy and support the fake values of the system. But first, we must take the state's constructed version of masculinity and shove it up their ass! It is time for love, my friends!